Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids and welcome to another Mega Gadget collection. This week is a Griffin Technology Apple device special. Let's take a closer look. In this week's video I really have got a fantastic selection of Griffin Technology products to share with you that are both going to protect and enhance the use of your iOS device. So first up we have got two products that really complement each other. The Slim Folio on the left here for the iPad Air or iPad Air 2, and also the wallet case for the iPhone 6. Let's start by taking a look at the Slim Folio, and this really is one of the slimmest iPad Air cases I've ever experienced. It's made of very thin material, but with this really nice texture to it. It's very nice indeed, very tactile feel. Now, if we look across the bottom here, we have got cutouts for the speakers, also the lightning connector. We've also got a cutout up the top here for the camera and the microphone, and access to all of the controls and the various ports, including that 3.5mm audio jack across the top. You'll also notice on the back there is this little portion here, and I'll show you what that's for in a very short while. Now if we open up the Folio, you'll see it does support the sort of auto wake function on the iPad. It's also got this really nice microfiber suede type lining which is going to go against the screen of your device. Really very nicely made indeed. And then if we turn it over, you'll see that this portion here actually tucks under the flap on the back of the case. Now not only does this allow you to stand up your device for viewing back videos, but it also gives you a nice angle for if you're going to use it for typing on your iPad Air. This is the Slim Folio. I think it's a really nice option if you're looking for a very minimal protection but a very slimline case for your iPad Air or iPad Air 2. Now I will just mention that there's no magnetic closure on this, so it does move around a little bit. This front cover has got a little bit of movement, but it's not too bad. It's very well made and a great option. Now moving on, let's take a look at this. This is the wallet case. It's got the same finish as the Slim Folio, so if you're looking for a matching pair, then these two work very well together. Now again, no magnetic closure on this, and this has got a little bit more movement on the front. I'm not a fan of that. Also, because it's got no magnetic closure, when you hold it at this angle it does flap down, so do bear that in mind if you're considering this particular product from Griffin. We've got a cutout for the camera and also the flash and microphone. Access to all of the ports and the speaker, microphone, power on off button, etc. A nice amount of protection. If we open this up, you'll see that this isn't a full plastic case that holds the iPhone in place. It's just two sidebars, and then there is a rigid back portion to the case. There's also a couple of slots for business cards or credit cards. This has got some sort of cardboard material inside, some sort of rigid material to add some protection to the screen. And you can also fold this forwards, so you can use it as a stand. Now you do need to sort of loosen up the case a little bit. This is brand new, so it will loosen up with time, and you can use it in this sort of stand feature. So if you're viewing back a video, perhaps you're traveling, you want to put it on a bedside table and watch a video back, you can use it for that. If you've got it in your hand and you're making or taking a call, obviously it does add on a little bit of bulk, but it's more than comfortable to use. This is the wallet case from Griffin Technology. Moving on, I now want to show you some of Griffin's toughest products. We have three of their Survivor range. The Griffin Survivor Slim for the iPad Air or iPad Air 2. We've also got the Survivor Core, and then we've got the Survivor All-Terrain. Let's take a closer look. So the first product I want to show you in this trio of Survivors is the Survivor All-Terrain. This is for the iPhone 6. It comes with this rotatable belt clip, and this has got a spring mechanism attachment here. You can also lock this into place as well. So once it's looped onto your belt, you can click this down and it's very secure. Now you can mount this either on the front of the case, so you'd have this facing inwards, or you can actually mount it this way round, so you'd have the screen facing outwards. And of course we've got a rotate function as well, so you can rotate it round to be in landscape or portrait onto whatever you attach it to. Now you could attach this to a belt or maybe to a strap on a rucksack. It's got multiple uses. And then we've got 3 layers of protection here as well. We've got a built-in screen protector. We've got this inner protection here, which is like a harder material. And then we've got this rubber wraparound as well. So this gives a really great amount of shock protection, water protection, dust protection, and of course scratch protection as well. There's membranes over everything. So the actual home button and the speaker on the front is covered. We've also got cutouts for the camera and the flash, but these are actually covered by little plastic membranes as well. And all of the buttons and controls are covered as well. This is the ultimate protection for your iPhone 6. This is the Survivor Core. Slightly less protection on this one, but still a decent amount of drop protection. It's not waterproof in any way, because this is just a 1-layer protective skin. Now we've got really big bumpers on the corners, so this is going to give a good amount of drop protection if it falls at a particular angle. And the back of the case is actually see-through, which is really nice because you can see the beautiful design of your iPhone through the case. We've got cut out here for the camera, the flash and the microphone. We've got a sort of button here, raised edge button for the power on and off. We've got access to all of the ports on the bottom and of course the speaker and microphone. And then on this side here we've got a cutout for the lock rotation switch and then integrated buttons for the volume up and down. There's no extra effort needed at all to use the buttons. They all work perfectly and this gives a nice amount of protection to your iPhone without encapsulating it as you would with the Survivor All-Terrain that I showed you previously. The last case in this trio of Survivor products is the Griffin Survivor Slim. This is for the iPad Air or iPad Air 2. And this offers up 3 layers of protection, much like the Survivor All-Terrain I showed you previously for the iPhone 6. Now they call it the Slim. That's the first thing I just want to tackle. It's not really that slim. It's quite a thick and bulky case, as you can see. So I don't think it's been appropriately named. But that said, we can forgive it for its naming convention on this one. We've got a layer on the top of the iPad screen, which is made of a plastic, which you actually work through. So everything's encapsulated, even the home button's covered, even the front camera is covered as well. And this front portion snaps on to the iPad once it's in place. Now, I don't like the glare. It's not a very even sort of surface. It's quite loose. I'm not sure if the camera picks this up. But this front film is a little bit sort of loose and you sort of lose the tactile feel of the iPad screen. And also some of the glare does make the screen a little bit more difficult to see. So as you can see there as well, unless you push down and actually make contact with the iPad screen, you lose some of the sort of touch sensitivity. But this is a rugged case. So this is if you're going to be using this out in the wild, it might be raining. This is great because it's waterproof, dustproof, shockproof and scratchproof. So this really is the ultimate protection. Now if we look around on the side, we've got these thick rubber silicone bumpers. So a good amount of shock protection as well. And if we look around the back, you'll see that I was actually standing the iPad Air 2 up with the built-in stand. Now the actual stand portion of this is made of a thin piece of plastic. It's a little bit tricky to put down, and if you imagine you might be out and about with gloves on, they could have made this sort of mechanism a little bit easier. You have to like push in this section here and then we can put the stand back down into the back of the case. This is also quite glossy, so as you can see it's picked up lots of fingerprints. But again, we can forgive it that. We've also got a cutout here for the camera and the flash. This is covered as well by a plastic membrane. Integrated buttons on the side for the volume up and down. Integrated button up here for the power on off. And then we also got covers as well. These little covers open up and that one covers the 3.5mm audio jack. And then across the bottom, you can see that the actual speakers are covered as well. And then we have got another little cover flap here that keeps all of the dust and water out of that lightning connector. So this really is all-round protection. A really good choice if you're looking for the ultimate protection for your iPad Air or iPad Air 2. So the case you're looking at now is the Slim Keyboard Folio. Yes, you heard the word keyboard. This has got a built-in keyboard. It comes with a micro USB to USB charging cable. And if I very quickly show you the inside, you can see the keyboard there. I'll give you a closer look at that in a short while. No automatic wake feature, so no smart wake feature on this. It won't automatically wake your iPad Air or iPad Air 2. What it has got is some magnets, so there is a little bit of resistance when you're trying to open this, which is really very, very good indeed. A nice texturized finish to this, similar to some of the previous cases I showed you in this Mega Gadget collection. Griffin logo in the corner here. If we take a look around the back, we have got cutouts for lightning connector and the speakers. If we look around here, this is a little bit of a disappointment. We have got a cutout here for the camera and the microphone, and you can see I have got it put in correctly because the power button lines up, this sort of lines up, but the camera cutout doesn't line up, so a bit of a disappointment there. And if we look across the top here, the 3.5mm audio jack lines up, but the microphone doesn't. Now if we push this in a little bit further, we can sort of get it to line up the other bits, but it's not ideal. If we make that camera line up, then you can see the rest of it doesn't. So a little bit of work needed on the actual placement of these portions here. Now this flap here, this is how you gain access to putting your iPad in. There are magnets to keep that closed. And we've also got a little kickstand, but another issue here, and this is a little bit of a shame. If we try and get this kickstand out, it won't come out because this flap is in the way. So we have to actually open the flap, pop the kickstand out, and then we can get the typing angle. Now that does have an added benefit in the fact that this doesn't flap around. You know, if we open this up, it actually holds it in place. But I just think it isn't thought out well enough. I do understand why it's done in that way, but I just would have liked to have seen it implemented in a different way. And the lining up of this cutout at the top is really inexcusable. But anyway, with the kickstand out, we can open this up. We've got a good angle for typing. Let me just wake my iPad up so we can sort of pop the notes application up and type away on the keyboard. Now the keyboard is very, very good indeed. This has got a nice sort of area here, nice sort of wrist area, a nice chiclet style keyboard, nice spacing between the keys. It is Bluetooth, battery operated. We can recharge it with that included cable, and it enables us to be really productive on our iPad. This is the Slim Keyboard Folio from Griffin Technology. So what we're looking at here is the Griffin Identity Case. This is for the iPhone 6, 2 layers of protection. It will actually survive a 4 foot or 1.2 meter drop. Now these back panels here actually come out. So if you've got a couple of these cases in different colours, you can interchange the backs. Really nice idea. And I love this carbon fibre type finish. I don't think it is actually carbon fibre, but it's got that design to it and it really catches the light nicely. Very, very nice. I love the contrasting yellow trim. Nice cutout for the camera, flash and microphone. And then the carbon fibre type design actually goes round onto the sides, as does this contrasting yellow colour. Very, very nice indeed. Cutouts across the bottom for the 3.5mm audio jack, microphone, lightning connector and speaker. And then round on this side you can see the design coming around this side as well. Integrated volume buttons, a cutout here for the silencer switch. The top is obviously completely clear, and a raised edge power on off button. Now these buttons don't require any extra effort to use. You can see here. Let's wake the phone up and we just try the volume buttons. Again, no extra effort needed at all. A slight raised edge profile across the top, a nice amount of protection from the identity case, and something that looks really nice as well. So it's a good combination of protection, that's shockproof, and something that's got some really nice design to it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do hit that like button, please do subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.